Taylor Ward's good success at this yard. 356 with 7 home runs here at Wright Field.
Taylor Ward drives one out toward left center field. Roberts chasing it. He's out near the wall. It's off the wall. Extra bases for Taylor Ward. He just missed cranking a leadoff home run to start the year. He'll settle for a double.
Well, we just said he loves hitting this ballpark. He just missed it. A little bit warmer day. That had a chance getting out.
As we mentioned, the 13th opening day start for Trout.
Oh,
and
got him.
Hit by a pitch
right on the hand. You don't want to see that early on here for Trout or anyone on the Halos.
And that certainly will sting. Trout was wearing protection over the left hand, but not on the knuckles. And we're excited to see Yusei Kikuchi throw the baseball for the Angels today.
Boy, if you look at what he did those last 10 starts with the Astros, just dominant 5-1, 2.70 ERA.
That's in there. Strike 3 called, so we didn't have to wait long for Kikuchi's first strikeout as an Angel. 33-year-old left-hander, Japanese born, and he strikes out Benintendi.
What'd you say about his slider? That was filthy.
The 2 outs brings up Andrew.
After getting touched up for 3 in that second inning.
Really, both starters, neither team has had a base runner since the second inning. Difference is the White Sox cashed in a few of theirs. The Angels have not. Tapper here, and Newman charging in. Retires Austin Slater. Base.
That's the first walk of the game.
Now at the top of the order coming up. Chance to set the table. Hit hard and through a base hit. Moncada makes his way for third. Shotwell singles, and Mike Trout will step up to the plate to represent the tying run.
7.
Third time, a full count pitch. And it's ball 4. Trout walks. They're loaded.
Number 27 on the way.
And now 1 strike away.
Well, Logan O'Hoppe with a drive out to left field. This one is gone. And the Angels do get on the board here in the 9th inning thanks to a long homer from Logan O'Hoppe. It's the first run of the season for the Halos.
I mean, that is way out, well over the bullpen.
Work in progress and the 4-seam fastball.
There's a hot shot right through, and the 11th pitch of the at-bat. Taylor Ward wins the battle. It's a leadoff single. Excited to see Jose Soriano's season debut. He started to put things together in a good way last year, and a lot of people believe, you included, that he could be a breakout star this year.
I think he could be one of the most dominant pitchers in the game.
Vargas, it's a chopper. We'll see a lot of those. Backhand from Kevin Newman. And Vargas out at first. Hit hard on the ground, but Moncada able to scoop that up. And Shotwell with a stretch held the bag. Andrew Vaughn on the first pitch. It's a ground ball. So 3 ground balls. 1 out, 1 strike on Luis Rengifo.
The next pitch, ground ball on the left side out of the reach of the third baseman Vargas, and Rengifo has.
Taylor Ward hits another one right on the screws into left field. A base hit for Ward.
He kept that swing he had going in the freeway series against the Dodgers right into this series against the White Sox.
This is Brooks Baldwin leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning.
That's perfect.
Strike 3 called as Baldwin goes down looking, and Soriano has his first strikeout. Loop to right center field. Adele gets over in a nice way and makes the catch. Glided over to make that play.
Counts 0-2 on Robert, and he waves and misses that slider. Boy, that was a nasty pitch. He took kind of a one-handed swing at it and struck him out.
Double play ground balls last year. Vaughn hit into 13 last season. And here's one off his bat right on cue. Newman with a good play to second. Over to.
And he goes after the first pitch and bounces the ball off the glove of the shortstop. Picking the ball up is the second baseman Sosa, but the throw's late, and that's going to be an infield hit.
Well, now they're checking out Joe Adele as he was heading down that line.
It looked like he was running real comfortable going down the line even before he got to the base. I thought maybe he got it on that front part. A lot of times when you stretch out, that's when you get it.
Joe Adele's coming out of the game.
Yep. He will leave the ball game.
Looks like Kyron Paris is going to play today in center field now. Trout is on deck. There goes Paris. And it is ball 4. No, it's a strike at the plate, and Paris has still leading off here in the bottom of the 5th. White Sox only have 1 hit. Good pitch there to strike out Sosa.
And another punch out on his knuckle curve.
Here's a bunt third base side. Charging Moncada. His throw is in time. A great play by Yoan Moncada to retire Matt Dice.
Good play there by Moncada on that one. He had to charge and do everything right and makes the play. That's out number 2.
And it was Benintendi who had that infield hit last time, and Moncada's almost in the exact same spot. He tries to lay one down. This time Moncada does it on the run, gets rid of it quickly, and it is a bang play.
That's in there. Strike 3 called to Amaya. Jose Soriano gets some help from Moncada.
ERA a touch over 4.
There's a bouncer fair down the left field line. A base hit for Rengifo, his second that way. Big turnaround first, but Benintendi gets it in quickly.
He swings at that one and lifts it in the air into shallow right field. That's going to drop in for a hit. Back-to-back hits for the Angels. This is the first time this has happened all day long.
Struck out. He's 0 for 2 today. That's in the dirt. It gets away. Soler goes to second base. Theis couldn't find it for a while. Soler's on his way to third. Throw from Theis on the way. It's off the glove of the third baseman Vargas, and Soler could not get on his feet quick enough to try to score. So now a man on third base for the Angels. First time today. Hit right back to the mound off of Clevenger. It's going to be a tough play, and the Angels take the lead. Soler scores. Moncada drives in the first run of the game.
Well, he got a break. You get a wild pitch. Soler is able to go all the way to third and then back up the middle off of Clevenger. Moncada runs well.
Present the winning run. Vaughn, it's a ground ball. Newman has it, throws to first. Say goodnight to the White Sox. The Angels get their first win of 2025, and Kenley Jansen, a welcome addition, earns his first save.
Taylor Ward.
It's 0-2, and Taylor Ward hits it hard, but this time it's through the legs of Amaya, the shortstop, and into left center field. Taylor Ward, who had hits to start each of the last 2 games, hit that one on the button. And Amaya had it go through the 5-hole.
Yeah, that was almost 104 off the bat. He just lifted his head up at the last second.
Nolan Shotwell. Shotwell grounds one to the right side. It is knocked down by Baldwin, but he'll have no play. First 2 Angels are on, and Mike Trout will have an RBI chance early. Here's Trout lining one toward right. That's going to get down for a base hit.
That's a good swing. That's Trout. Remember we talked about that at the end of the spring training, the Freeway Series. He carried it into the first game, hitting the ball good the other way. That's a pretty tough pitch. That pitch is below the strike zone.
Soler, the DH.
Here's a liner toward left center field, hit pretty well. Robert back makes the catch. Ward tags and scores. Over to third, Shotwell. The Angels get on the board. It's a sac fly for Soler.
Who had the game-winning hit yesterday.
Now Moncada with a bouncer. Baldwin has it, gets it to second for 1. Over to first, too late. Angels get another run. Shotwell scores, and it's 2-0. The sinker balling expert is on the mound here today. Very impressive in his final 10 starts last season.
Including last time out against Dodger, went 7 innings, and efficient as always, working that sinker. Throws a high percentage, just under 73% of his pitches last season. Sinkers, ground ball machine. Also has a good 4-seamer, curveball, and change
up. Thigh high and whacked it in the right.
Here's the next delivery, and that's a wave and a miss, and he got him on a fastball, struck him out, and White Sox have the bottom third of their batting order scheduled.
Swing and a miss. So Kahanowitz stuck with that high fastball, Gooby, ends up getting a strikeout on Baldwin. Kahanowitz not known for his strikeouts last year, only 25 in 65 innings, and struck out the last 2. And now 3 in a row. Amaya goes down looking.
And
that was
another
a dart.
4-seam fastball.
It's facing Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn with a bouncer. Nice sliding stop. Moncada gets to his feet, throws him out.
Andrew continues to hit the ball hard. Unfortunately, there's usually somebody there. And with Moncada, if he's moving, he's going to make a perfect throw. He was moving to his left, and he's a really good defensive third baseman.
Theis, a lefty.
Nice swings and misses. It was the 4-seam fastball right on the outside corner, and Kahanowitz has racked up 4 strikeouts. Leads off in the 6th inning.
The next pitch, swings at that one and lifts it in the air in the left center. He's going to get a hit. It drops in just to the right of the center fielder, Luis Robert. So Taylor Ward starts off the 6th inning with a leadoff single.
Shotwell now at first. It's Soler to bat. And Shotwell still at first and 2 outs.
That ball hit well toward left center. Robert is backing up. He's still going. It's over his head, and it goes over the wall on a hop. Boy, the Angels had an easy run there, but it turns into an automatic double, and Shotwell has to stop at third.
At the plate.
And now the wind and the rain is really coming down, and now we're going to see a halt to this game with the go-ahead run at second base.
And the expectation is it's not supposed to be a very long delay. There's some hail falling as well, so this is a monster. Look at that shot. Wow.
You can see the hail coming in our booth right now.
About to catch one in the mouth here. So
hey, it's not snow.
And trying to get the tarp on now is going to be really difficult, because with heavy winds, and there's really heavy winds, not to mention hail and a number of other things, it's not easy for the grounds crew.
Well, the puddles are forming drastically. A river is formed there in the exposed dirt of the infield. So You know, even if it's not a long rain, it might be a longer delay now just to repair the infield, which is taking a beating over there at first base. Amaya. 1 ball, 1 strike on Sosa. And a pop-up. It's playable perhaps. Over is Shotwell, over is Trout, over is Rengifo, and he makes the catch.
That's a great job by Ben Joyce and the defense to get through the inning with no damage.
The new pitcher for Chicago, facing Kyron Paris, and Paris, it's a high fly ball. That's deep to left. That's gonna go. Kyron Paris has put the Angels on top. All the big swings in spring training, and finally a big fly here in the regular season.
Wayne, so often everyone said, oh, a lot of late inning heroics for Kyron Paris in spring training that doesn't count, but you know what? This one does, and that counts.
Baldwin now steps in.
Ground ball to second. Rengifo gobbles it, shovels to second 1. Anderson to first. 2, yes! A double play. Say goodnight to the White Sox. Kenley Jansen works out of trouble.